What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Cerebral594, and this is the updated Ultra Necrozma GX Malamar deck that I've used again recently. It should be standard, I suppose, but as always, it's got that Cerebral594 flavor to it. Obviously, the main attacker is this Ultra Necrozma GX. Run two of these. You have enough energies, he can still get one-hit knockouts on anything. Scar Scorching Light GX is also useful, but we don't really intend to use it in this deck. We'd rather use this guy's GX attack, Moon Eclipse GX. Dawn Wings, you must run one of these for the invasion. I truly believe in this sort of a tactic invasion. Now that we got the air balloons right here, you can basically have this sort of a Russian floatstone combo from Keldeo back in the Rare Eels deck days. So this is what I'm trying to emulate here. Dark Flash, not great, but this guy is really here for support to give you the board control. And in a pinch, Moon Eclipse GX can't be very useful, although your opponent can play around it. The Malamar line is 3 and 3. I truly believe in the 3 line here, and it's like this. You got the 3 in K with Hypnosis. I don't think there's actually any other in K. We should have a few, but this should still be the best. And the Malamar here, it's going to rotate out. This deck, I mean, I am showing it since I showed you guys a bunch of matches, so if people want to like net deck it and use it, you can, but it won't be around for very long. I mean, I'm not sure when the rotation takes effect, like in late August or in September, or earlier than that, I have no idea. But it is going to rotate out. We won't be having it for so long. So it is kind of pointless me showing the deck, but I guess for the people that want to see it. So the 3/3 Malamar line, you get these out, you attach the energies, psychic energies to your Pokemon, get one-hit knockouts, standard stuff. You could do 4 and 4 if you want, but like I've said, I believe in the 3/3 line. There's only some situations where I will go for 4. And then we got some other, I guess, tech attackers. That's where the flavor comes in. The Cramorant V is an excellent Pokemon in this deck. With Spit Shot, it gives us that universal snipe. It's doing 160. It's the perfect number to kill the Dedenne GXs on your opponent's bench. So if they played one or two of those, if they don't have like Mew or any other sort of bench protection, you can easily just kill them, as I've shown in one of the matches I played recently, and you just get 2 prizes just like that. You don't even have to care about your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's really good. Just sniping around is good in general. That's why this guy is in here, not just for the Dedenne GX. And Beak Catch is actually also very good if you open up with this Pokemon. It's an excellent support attack, letting you grab 2 cards, put them into your hand. Just a colorless Pokemon, good, V, 200 HP, different weakness, fighting resistance, only 1 retreat. It's just an all-around excellent card, so why not run it as a good tech? Then I've got this Giratina Prism, which I guess I kept in here. Maybe I could have taken out, but it is kind of good. I mean, it's 160 HP Prism Pokemon. You can only play 1, so that should be self-explanatory. And with Crisis Dive, you can do 160. You discard 2 energy. Psychic. You can get the job done on a few like regular Pokemon too. 160 is once again that number to kill the Dedenne, maybe with a boss's orders or whatever. I mean, it's not exactly if it was the only reason this guy was in here, then it wouldn't be good. But it's just a good, big, generic Pokemon, like regular attacker. Chaotic Star is a good ability. When you play this down, if you have psychic energies to spare, you can just attach 2 of them on this guy and still have your manual attachment. You can do some good stuff with it. It's kind of tough to explain and really remember everything right now. I'm doing this pretty casually, but it's a card you can have in there as a good regular attacker. Okay. The other guy is Deoxys. This guy's not so good, but its Deoxys is really cool, so I decided to run him. The good thing about this guy is that he can do the psychic attack, and if you play, let's say, I don't know, like Mewtwo isn't probably a good example, Mewtwo GX, but any Pokemon with a bunch of energies on it, you can just, if you can't get the exact one hit knockout with this guy, like you need a little bit more time to power up, which is an issue with this deck. Like that's the only reason why it's not a top in and being as popular as before. Is that other stuff is faster. I mean, if you could build this guy up with 3 and 4 energies super quickly, then it'd be the best deck. But let's say sometimes you can't power this guy up super quick. You can just slowly, not slowly, but put 2 energies on this guy so you can use Psychic, and then maybe put the third one on this guy and just spread it around and do a good Psychic attack for just 2 energy. If your opponent has a lot of energies on their Pokemon, this can't be quite decent. And obviously, if you can hit something for the Psychic weakness, then it becomes even better. But it's just another general good Pokemon, help you sort of set up KOs or soften up some Pokemon. It can do Power Blast too. Maybe you'd be better off taking this out for something else, but I had it. It was in here when I showed you guys the matches, so it is what it is. This is the exact list that I used for those matches recently when I used this deck. But there is room for changes and improvement. Like you could put in what it's called, like the Mimikyu, but I don't like that very much. Like to sort of rely on that. I'd rather have more consistent Pokemon like these. But yeah, you do have a lot of options if you want to make some changes. And then the other Pokemon, we've got this Mew for Bench Barrier 2 here. It's easily searchable since we've got all the mysterious treasures as well. So, gotta have it. And one Dedenne GX for that Dede Change, I always say charge. Sort of Juniper draw, you could say. There's no Eldegoss V in this deck because there isn't really any space. There's just too many Pokemon. Like, you're gonna have your Malamars down. You're gonna need your Dynamax Necrozma. You want to have like at least 2 attackers down, like one of the active, maybe one on the bench. If Mew's down as well, that's gonna take up a spot. So it was either gonna be Dedenne GX in here or Eldegoss V, and in this deck, it just serves me better to have Dedenne GX. You can get rid of maybe Deoxys and put that guy in if you want, but like I've said, it would be too many support Pokemon on the bench and not enough space for attackers. So at least the way I build it, I don't feel like Eldegoss V is good. I would have to make some other sacrifices, and I don't want to take out any other Pokemon. Anyway, so now for the trainers, we looked at the Pokemon, pretty simple stuff. You max out the mysterious treasures, since it searches basically 90% of all of our Pokemon. It's get all of the Psychic Malamar line. You can get the Dragon Ultra Necrozma, Dynamax Necrozma, any other Psychic Pokemon. Just everybody besides Cramorant V and Dedenne, pretty much. It can grab them, so you run it. Thrick Quick Ball, pretty much almost the same idea, just another good fetcher. I don't have like the level balls and nest balls like we're used to, so obviously this is in here for your basic Pokemon fetcher. Being a discard outlet is also kind of good, letting you discard those Psychic energies and sort of get your setup the way you want it. Like put the Psychic energies in the discard pile, draw more cards when you play supporters like Cynthia. You guys know the drill. And this is going to grab us everything. It can also grab us the Dedenne GX, so I can help see this turn 1 if I need to, like if I don't have another supporter and we really want to dig. It's great like that. And 2 Cherish Ball. We do have a few GXs in here, 4 actually, so it's a good amount of targets. So this is basically, it can also get the Dedenne, so it's good. It can also get RGX's Ultra Necrozma and Dynamax Necrozma, but it is costless, so you don't have to worry sometimes when you don't want to make any discards. You use this as opposed to Quick Ball. That's why I decided to go like 3 and 2. You could do 3 Cherish Ball, 2 Quick Ball if you want to, but I decided to just go with 2. because it makes more sense like that. I mean, if you get like a few GX Pokemon and if you got plenty of these to spare, it's not good. So 2 should be good enough. Quick Ball is also very helpful anyway. Right. We got some energy searching too. You gotta have the energy spinner. If you get to play second, which is your aim in this deck, it just works. It works out better for it, in my opinion. You can get a bunch of energies at once, and it's just perfect. You get to do a lot of discarding, and you also get to thin the deck a lot. It's really good. I still like Professor's Letter better, but this is the closest thing we have for replacement. And this is basically for, I guess, the searches. You got some typical tech cards like the Ordinary Rod for recovery here. Get a few metal energies maybe if we discarded them. And some Pokemon. You got the double Tool Scrapper. Maybe you don't really need 2, but I run 2 in this deck. You can drop 1, add something else. Indeed. So 2 of these. I've got my switching cards, of course. I go with the double switch for the general switching card, and then 2 air balloon. This is for the Don Mix Necrozma. Maybe you're going to put 1 on like Malamar or something, but you do want to have some switching outlets so that you can put the energies on your bench Pokemon like how you want them with Malamar. So that's the point. Okay, and I think the only item left is the B string. So we run one of these in here too. So the difference with this deck and like other similar decks is that the attackers in this deck are Ultra Beasts. So you can take advantage of the B string too. Like the Forbidden Light is going to rotate out and I still don't have like the Beast Energy. So that's not in here. But we have a bunch of these. And I only run 1. Like, you don't want to overdo it. In my opinion, in my philosophy with this card has always been just 1 copy, maybe 2 if your deck is like the most consistent deck in the world and you can afford it. But I usually don't want to go more than 1 because if you have it in the beginning or if you have it when your opponent has gone over 3 or 4 prizes, then it's dead. And you don't want dead cards in your deck. So just 1, it can be pretty handy. You can search it with Skyla, or you can just see it as you draw through your deck. Sometimes it will sort of help you a lot, give you the necessary boost to make a significant attack, like if you didn't get enough of these guys out yet. Or just give you the last push to win. Obviously it's a great card, but it's also risky. So just 1 copy is good enough. For me anyway. And I guess the stadium, we run Chaotic Swell over here. Just a generic stadium, so I don't have to worry about other stadiums. Should be good. If my opponent is also playing this, then I can just discard them. We have enough discard outlets anyway. So simple stuff. I'm not sure if there's any other better stadium for this deck. I do not like the Viridian Forest. People that know me that I never ran that card. I'm not a fan of that card. I've almost never used it. Like, I have to be running a pretty desperate deck where that card is necessary for me to use it. I prefer to grab energies from the deck through something like an Energy Spinner. I don't want to have a stadium that does that and also give the option to help my opponent. Like, it's funny, every time my opponent uses Viridian Forest, they always help me out immensely, no matter what deck I'm using. So, I've never was a fan of that card, and I never will be. Like, I think that card is too easily utilized by your opponent, no matter what deck they're running. It's not like something else where they could +2, but you run it because it's too good not to run in your deck as well, like with Ultra Space. Alright. And I think all that's left are the supporters. Max out the Cynthia. Man, I'm really going to miss this card when she goes away. Like, despite all of the supporters we have, I still feel like she's the best. She's the most general best card to run. I've gotten too used to her. Like, to be honest, I'd rather have Cynthia than have Juniper slash Magnolia, to be honest with you. Um, Obviously, if this went away, it would have been annoying now that we got it, but this, I think I'd take it any day of the week. Anyway, but we got 4 of those. Then we got the Erica, one of her 2, double Marnie, good disruption, and some decent drawing too. I guess nothing else to say about that. The double Professor Research, I probably would have run a 3rd in this deck, but I only have 2, so that's what it is. Kind of embarrassing, but I mean, I've been good with 2. You remember, you've got the Dene too, so maybe overdoing it with discarding isn't the greatest. So it's good enough. It works. But I think I would have put another one if I had one. Anyway, it is a rare holo, so more difficult to get. You got one roller skater. I guess this is kind of good. So maybe even if I had like a more Magnolias, what would I be taking out? That's interesting, because I do want to keep this in the deck too. This is really good, the roller skater. You discard an energy and you draw 4. It is straight draw, and it's also a great way to put energies in the discard pile. I just really like it. I like this sort of a Team Magma Grunt effect, this sort of original effect where you discard something specific and get some good straight draw. And this is just perfect in a deck like this. So 1 is great. And then the 1 Skyla, gotta have her. Always has my back. Really glad this came in the format again. But yeah, just get any item, get anything you need, like the air balloon. You need like the B string, you need like a ball, you need like an energy surge, a switch. She's gonna give you that. Oh, and then the boss's orders, forgot about you. This guy is your Lysander, so he's in here as well to win the games. And the energies are also pretty simple, like how I always show you guys. It's 4 of the, I guess, the extra energy that you need to make the attack off. Like in the Rayquaza days, it was lightning or fire. Over here, it's the metal one for Ultra Necrozma. So you gotta have them. 4 is a good number. You could do 3 if you want, but I've always been like paranoid and just go for 4, and maybe you're gonna discard a few of them. Maybe they're gonna be prized. 4 is the right number in my opinion. And then the rest is just psychic. 8 psychics should be good enough. Okay, and this is basically the deck, guys. If anybody was interested to see this list, it's not the typical one. I know that most people would be using Jirachis and shit with this deck, but I don't. I use mine like in a traditional way, you could say. Jirachi, to be honest, would be very good in this deck. Like, maybe I could take out like I don't know, like Deoxys too, and something else, and then just put 1 or 2 Jirachis. I don't want to drop this guy though. It's just like I've said, there's not a lot of space for support Pokemon. So if I'd put Jirachi in, I think I would have to drop Dedenne or drop this guy, but then too many attackers. I don't know. It's a thing that since you've got this guy and the air balloon, you know, you can have the Jirachi effect for free basically. Like, you don't even have to worry about the escape boards and stuff. So obviously Jirachi makes sense in this deck. But anyway, this is the list. I guess for those that don't have Jirachi, because it is kind of a it's not a budget card. It's a competitive card right now. But anyway, this is the deck. Gonna shut the fuck up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. I don't think I need to talk about matchups and stuff. Like I said, this deck is gonna rotate out. To sum up, if you can set it up super quick and get the necessary energies, you can always win. Like, it's that simple. As long as you can get one-hit knockouts, nobody can top this guy when it comes to raw power so far. If you have enough energies, like with just 4, you can even take care of a VMAX Pokemon. So that should tell you something. But if you kind of struggle, if you don't get your dudes in time, and if your opponent is fucking with you, then you're gonna have difficulties. But anyways, this is the deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I said all the same shit, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. We'll say.